3, 2, 1. Welcome back in, my loves. Much love. Trav here, Magic Players. Hope you're doing awesome. Let's play some games. Got broccoli in my mouth because of YOLO. And we're playing with a Splendid Dredge deck. We got a good draw. The one thing we need is a fourth land. Otherwise, we kind of have what we need. Go with the Neonate. I'm going to lead with the Faithless Looting because I want to go look for that fourth land right now. And we hit it. I'm going to pitch the Grave Troll and the Mystic Retrieval. And then turn 2, Valakut, Neonate. Turn 3, Mystic Retrieval to get Splendid Reclamation if we found it. Yeah, welcome in, by the way. If you're new here, let me know what I can do to make your stay more enjoyable. I'll try to explain how the deck works, although other videos are for that. Share some thoughts with you. Okay, Affinity match, rematch. Rematch? I already beat Affinity once, but I feel like the player wasn't necessarily bad, but they certainly didn't play it 100% correct. So, yeah, we are looking for that Splendid Rec. And if we get there, we will get there, period. Okay, that means we're probably not dead next turn. What more can I say? What more can I say? Harambe deserves to live. Thumbs up this video if Harambe deserves to live. Alright, well, we've got time. I don't know if the opponent plays the Spell Pierce card. I hope to hit a Splendid Reclamation. Well, we can dredge into a Dredge, and then Splendid Reclamation, come on. Really weak. So we don't even have a win for 2 turns, which is super weak. Because we have Mystic Retrieval, but we have 2 Retrievals. We could Mystic Retrieval for a Lightning Axe. I don't necessarily think that would be the worst thing. We'd be passing up on Faithless Looting. Actually, I'm going to do that. Is that the right play? I'm not sure. The alternative is Faithless Looting, but we're not going to win for 2 turns if we do that. We still have a decent chance of winning in 2 turns with this play, but it's a little bit safer because we just picked up some interaction to play defense. So the next turn, we're going to discard a Lightning Axe and then Dredge Grave Troll, and maybe that was wrong. We've got 4 Splendid Reclamations. We're turning over 6 cards. We have pretty good odds to get there. Not guaranteed or anything. And then all my people say drug dealing just to get by. Stack your money till it gets sky high. Bump, bump, ba-dum, bump. We wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Joke's on you, we still alive. Throw your hands up in the sky and say, we don't care what people say. Hey, shout out to my man, Con the Louis Vuitton Don. Alright, we're gonna go after your Steel Overseer. And I'm gonna go for... Are we got Shrapnel Blasted? We are. Wow. We don't have that as much time as I was thinking. So, we're in some serious trouble if we don't hit Splendid Reclamation here. Again, maybe I should have Faithless Looting, I don't know. Grave Troll. Well, we missed again. That's unfortunate. We cannot play Stinkweed Imp. And I'm concerned that if we... I don't think we necessarily have 2 turns. Maybe we do. I think we do better going for top decks. And that worked pretty well. Discarding these, and either the opponent kills us this turn or not. At 12 life, we've got a pretty good chance. They have to have... Even a cranial plating is not enough right now. And all my people say, Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Womp 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 womp. Side note, I like to tell stories. Well, for one, I'm noticing I really like the sunglasses. It protects me. I've had people like approach me while I'm recording, which is super annoying because I'm in the middle of shit. And that helps with that and it just helps with the privacy of this whole thing. See if we get spell pierced. People usually don't play spell pierce and shrapnel blast. I could have played an untapped mountain, but that would put us to 6. What's about to happen? To play around like stubborn denial. Hmm. And that seems like it's gonna work. Charred robots part 2. Gotta deal with people walking by on the street. If I've got sunglasses on, it's a little bit easier. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Once was lost, but now am found. Mm-hmm. Whoa, whoa. Life goals: be funnier. I'm not funny enough. I'm trying to get funnier. We had a Twitter conversation today about how to be funnier, and one of the things I realized is like absurdity and role plays are pretty funny. I'm gonna bring in all this removal, and then so I don't want to cut. I'm looking at my cuts as being Tormenting Voice and or Life from the Loam. I'm gonna cut a Loam and some Tormenting Voices because as much as no crumble to dust. As much as I like Tormenting Voice, we're bringing in some more discard outlets, so we don't necessarily need it quite as much. It makes our deck a little bit less fast, but whatever. Yeah, so I'm working on new funny role plays. Get in the van. One thought that I had is people will ask, "Hey, what do you do?" occasionally, not all the time. And I've thought like, what is even a good answer for? How do I even describe what I do? YouTube? Well, I'm a coach. I coach tournament Magic players. You don't know what that is, okay? I'm also a life coach. You do. That sounds absurd. Why don't I just say I'm a cult leader? Yeah. What do you do? So what do you do? I'm a cult leader. No one has ever heard that. It's not really true. It's not 100% not true though. Hmm. We could neonate turn 1. We could neonate turn 2. I'm gonna lead with the Valakut. What do you do for a living? I'm a cult leader. Right? It's less informational. Like, why do you need to give information to that question anyways? Similarly, like absurd roleplay. I get a lot of comments on my pants. Like, hey, nice pants. Where do you get them? Okay, Grafdigger's Cage. I don't mind seeing that. Doesn't really hurt us. Grafdigger's Cage. And I've just been giving like the blandest, most informational answers. Tormenting Voice. I'm gonna discard Steam Vents. We haven't drawn any Dredge, but we don't necessarily need to. It's possible that we can pull this game out just the old-fashioned way. If, if we only rip lands, like that's actually pretty good for us. Not anymore. If we have a smart opponent, we're gonna get ink mothed. Oh yeah, nice pants. Hey buddy, my eyes are up, my face is up here, bro. Mystic Retrieval. I don't like that one. I'm gonna loot. Hope to hit a Dredger. No Dredger, but lands. Gonna discard a Blood Crypt, a Mountain, and a Blood Crypt. Play a Mountain. Play a Neonate. Play another neonate. Pass the turn. We have 3 mountains coming back and a mountain in play, or 3, so we're going to do 9 damage at the least. If these neonates are able to go off somehow, then that'll be just great. Yeah, sometimes you don't need to draw, like you want to draw a dredger. This game would be super easy. Stupid easy if we've drawn a dredger, but it's not necessary. It helps, but you don't need it. So, once again, I think the opponent's best bet is going to be going in on this Inky, Mr. Inkerson over here. It's not their line. By the way, people on the street, it's pretty funny. It's pretty fun. They like round the corner and they see me and then they like try to look away. They're like, So we actually want to wait until we draw before using neonate, I think. I actually think so, because if we draw, yeah, I believe so. Interesting. So we discard a mountain. Do we want to attack? I think so. We get in for 1 point of damage. Not irrelevant. Also, we still might get spell pierced into Oblivion. But we've got a second Cinderglade, so it won't necessarily end things. Discard a mountain here. And we can't really afford to discard Splendid Reclamation. And I guess there's not really a reason to use this neonate. So maybe I shouldn't have attacked. Splendid Rec, is it going to get spell pierced? If it gets spell pierced, we have problems. 3, 4. If it doesn't get spell pierced, we still have problems. Because the opponent can... Well, the good news is we would have Blood Crypt in play, so Stinkweed Imp is something we could potentially draw and cast. So if this is spell pierced, our odds are really not great, but we can still win if we top deck a Dredger. If it resolves, we have 4 triggers, and we're getting Galvanic Blasted. That's so good for us. I don't understand Affinity players, like these Affinity players. In my opinion, and I've played Affinity, I've played against Affinity. Oh, actually, that's actually pretty decent because we're not going to be able to kill all this stuff. Should have kept the neonate back to block. Like, we can point at the Ravager, but the opponent can sack 3 artifacts and keep a 4/4. Take it back. Decent play by the opponent. We can point at the Ravager twice and point at the Signal Pest and point at the Vault Scourge. But the opponent can sacrifice... Well, in that case, they'd be sacking the Grafdigger's Cage, and that's pretty okay with me. So I'm definitely going to go 1 at each of these. I don't actually want to go to the face. I want to tempt the opponent into sacrificing the Grafdigger's Cage. Now, we could Valakut another one of these. Opponent can sack, make a 4/4. So we could get rid of the Ravager permanently by pointing Valakut at the Ravager. But I don't really care, actually. I think I'm going to point the last one at the opponent. We will die to another Galvanic Blast no matter what. Even if we point the last trigger at the Ravager, the opponent can sack 1, 2, get a 3/3 Ravager, and then move the counters to the Vault Scourge. Attack for 4, attack with the Blink Moth for 5, and then Galvanic Blast us. So I'm going to point it at the opponent. The last one. I maybe should have kept the neonate back. I still don't think we have blocks, really, or that blocks are that relevant. The opponent is not sacrificing. Well, that couldn't have possibly gone better. They super fucked up. I guess they think Grafdigger's Cage is the most important thing. Because, I mean, they could have got rid of it, but, I mean, either way, actually, kind of like our chances. So you're saying there's a chance? Like, what is it? Like 1 in 100? More like 1 in 1,000,000. So you're saying there's a chance? The opponent just did nothing. That is incomprehensible. There's a Grave Troll. Okay. So that should be enough to win. Attack. We also picked up our blue source, so we have Mystic Retrieval at the ready. Um, it seems like we probably were going to win either way, but I don't know. I know the opponent just makes a 5/5, a 5/5. Okay, we've got one. That'd be 6. Gonna neonate again. Actually, yep, that's correct. Dredge this. How many more lands do we need to have a win right now? Actually, I'm gonna get the Stinkweed Imp so we can play it, just in case. We milled one less, but Splendid Rec. Splendid Recreation. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. I really like that song. It feels good to sing. You don't need to be good at singing in order to sing. I'm not. I realize that I'm not 100% on it, but I'm also trying to entertain and liberate you and say, hey, you can sing too. Nice. This deck is Charred Robots 2. Give this video a thumbs up if you think Harambe deserves to live. Give it a thumbs down if you're a cruel, cruel, sociopathic individual. I recommend this deck. It's fun and it wins. Surprisingly, still surprised by how good it is. And yeah, follow me on Snapchat, Travis D. Woo. Click on the links. There's some cool stuff in there. Help you build better decks. Got a free workshop. Got a free group. Got an ebook. Got a tournament prep course. Got a mastermind training program. Click on them links down below. And I will see y'all soon. Much love.